Okay, so find the fourth proportional 2. Here fourth proportional 1 you have to find. In this case, don't confuse with that. Since here 3 terms are given, only 8, 32 and 17, these 3 terms are given, so don't confuse with that we have to apply the third proportional, sorry, continued proportion. See the question, find the fourth proportional. In question it is mentioned fourth proportional you have to find. That means that last one you have to find the last number, what it will be there, so that this all the 4 numbers will be in the proportion. So that one you have to find. So for this, what we have to do, we have to take, let the fourth proportional be x. See question number 3, this one, let the fourth proportional be x. If the fourth proportional be x, so 1/3, 1/5, 1/7 x are in proportion. So if these 4 numbers are in proportion, then what you have to do, product of extreme will be equal to product of mean. So 1/3 into x is equal to 1/5 into 1/7. Okay, so this multiplication x by 3, this multiplication 1/35. So x equal to 3/35. This is your answer. Okay, find the mean proportional between 144 and 225. Here see which term it is mentioned, that one you have to do. So if mean proportion means in the middle one you have to find, middle, that b you have to find, that means ABC, this one is A, this one is B, sorry, this one is C, and the mean means here middle one, so B you have to find. So then you have to take according to the question what is asking, what they are asking, according to that you have to let. So here mean is asking, no? So that's why you have to take let mean proportion be x. So if mean proportion be x, that means where will be the mean? Mean will be in the middle. So 1/36 x 1/9 are in proportion. So if the 3 number are in proportion, that means they are in continued proportion. So that means this product of the what we have taken written like this, b square equal to AC, mean proportional, for to finding the mean proportion b. So b is how much? Square root of AC. So simply without writing these 2 terms, also these 2 lines, you can simply write x equal to square root of A and C. That means first term and the last one. So this one I have written. So 1/36 into 1/9 square root is given. So that means 1/36 means 6 square, 1/9 means 3 square. So 6 square, 3 square, if like this it is given square, that means all for both the case the root will get cancelled. So x will be 1/6 into 3. So 1/6 into 3 means 1/18. Okay, so here also mean proportion you have to find. Here first term is 0.32, last term is 0.8, middle one you have to find. So middle one I have taken as x. So x will be product of square root of how much? 0.32 into 0.8. So if you do the multiplication, you will get this one 0.0256. So x is square root of 0.256. 0.256 means 16. So 0.0256 means here 4 decimal places. So 0.0256, that means 0.16 square is equal to, we will get 0.256 na, 2 decimal places, then only we will get 4 decimal places. So x equal to 0.16. Find the third proportional 2. Here also same. Here in the previous question it is mentioned that find the mean proportion. Here it is mentioned that find the third proportion. So that means here you have to take x at the last extreme. Here also x, like this process you have to do. So later on you will do. Show that 6, 36, 216 are in continued proportion. How to show continued proportion? This 2 ratio is equal to this 2 ratio. This 2 ratio 6/36 should be equal to 36/216. If these 2 ratios values are equal, then they are in the continued proportion. Okay. Now see, if 25 persons can dig a trench 36 meter long in one day. Trench means one type of drain, long tunnel. So 25 persons can dig a trench 36 meter long, okay, in one day. Then find the number of persons required to dig a trench of 108 meter long in one day. So 25 persons can dig 36 meter. So how many persons will dig 108 meter? So 25% can dig 36 meter. So I have taken let X percent can dig 108 meter. Okay, so ratio, you can apply the ratio form. So that means 25 by X should be equal to 36 by 108. Cancellation if we do 1 by 3, 25 by X is equal to 1 by 3. So 20 cross multiplication, 25 into 3, X into 1, so X equal to 75. Okay. The label on a flavored milk bottle states that there is a 1.5 gram of fat in 200 ml. If you think 500 ml of that milk, how much fat you are getting? For 1.5 gram, the your fat is 200 ml. So if you think 500 the label flavored milk bottle states that there is a 1.5 gram of fat in 200 ml. In 200 ml of milk, there is 1.5 gram of fat. So in 500 ml, how much milk will be there? Okay, same only. So that you have to write the quantity of fat will be X, like this. After that, the ratio form. Rajat can type 3200 words in 1 hour. How many words can he type in 15 minutes? How will he do? Rajat can type 3200 words in 1 hour. That means in 60 minutes he typed 3200 words. So in 15 minutes how much you will type? So you have taken X. So 60 by 15 is equal to 3200 by X. Do the cross multiplications. 4X is equal to 3200. X will be 3200 by 4, 800. So in 15 minutes he will type 800 words. Now MCQ. A fraction bears the same ratio to 1 by 27 as 3 by 7 does to 5 by 9. The fraction is, read the question. A fraction bears the same ratio to 1 by 27 as 3 by 7 does to 5 by 9. That means the way of 3 by 7 does to 599. That means the ratio of 3 by 7 to 5 by 9 is equal to the fraction ratio of that number to 1 by 27. So that number I have taken as a X. So that means according to the question, what will be X by 1 by 27 will be equal to your 3 by 7 to 5 by 9. So this calculation you will do by yourself. Okay, this is also very easy. Just which one in the which option are in the form of your proportional, that one you have to verify. So you do by yourself. 12 number question. The question number 12. Ayush's goal is to practice 20 minutes of maths for every 60 minutes in 60 minutes of class time. How many minutes maths practice should she do if the class is 90 minutes long? In 20 minutes, in every 60 minutes she practiced 20 minutes of maths. So in total class of 90 minutes, how many minutes she will practice maths? Okay, so for this what you have to do, which one you have to let first? See here, Ayush's goal is to practice 20 minutes of maths for every 60 minutes. So X minutes of math for 90 minutes. So 20 by X is equal to 60 by 90. So cross multiplication, cancellation 2, then cross multiplication 2 by 3. 2x 20 into 3. X equal to, then 2 will come to the denominator, 3 by 20 into 10. So it is 30. Okay. This 30 number question is a little bit interesting. A building casts a shadow that is 432 meters long. At the same time, a person who is 2 meters long casts a shadow 6 meters long. How high is the building? So that means the original height of the building you have to find. So in the question it is given, this is building. This building height is not given, but the shadow length is given here 432 meter. And similarly, one man is standing there, his height is 2 meter and his shadow is 6 meter. So you have to find the height of the building. So I have taken the height of the building is x and the shadow is 432 meter, and the man's your length is given to height is 2 meter and the shadow is 6 meter. So what you have to do, x this original length by original length, then shadow length by shadow length. So x by 2 is equal to 432 by 6. Do the cancellation, you will get the answer. Third proportion 2, 0.8 and 0.2 is given. Third proportion means your last one. That means here it will be 0.8, 0.2, and the last what is x is given, that one you have to find. Third proportion means this two ratio is equal to this two ratio, or simply you can write this two ratio and this two ratio you can apply, or you can write 0.2 into 0.2 is equal to your 0.8 into x. From there you can find your x like this. 0.2 into 0.2 is equal to 0.8 into x. So from there you can find your x, or product of these two is equal to product of these two. This method also you can apply. Okay, now see this question. A train travels between two stations A and B, a distance of 108 km in 45 minutes. It passes through station C 40 minutes after leaving A. What is the distance between B and C? With diagram I am explaining. This is the two stations A and B. The train travels from A to B, then again from B to A, like this. So there two endpoints are A and B. So in between A and B there is one station C is there. So the distance between A and B is 108 km. To travel this much it requires 45 minutes. And see the question what is given. It passes through the station C 40 minutes after leaving A. After leaving A, it passes through C. That means after leaving from there, if he starts, after leaving A, it passes through C 40 minutes after. That means from this to this, the time required is 40 minutes. So you have to find the distance between B and C. So no doubt I have taken the distance between A and C is x. Why I have taken? Because this to travel A to C your time is given 40 minutes, but to travel B and C this time is not given. So that's why I have not taken this one as x. Where in which case time is given, that one I have taken x. So A to C your time is 40 minutes and A to B your time is 45 minutes. Your distance is 108. This distance we don't know. I have taken it as a x. Okay. So now distance ratio 108 by x is equal to your time ratio 45 by 40 minutes. So cross multiplication if you do, 108 by x is equal to 45 by 40. Okay, 4 8s are 108 by x is equal to 45 by 40. So now you have to do the cancellation. 5 8s are 40, 5 9s are 45. Okay, so now 108 by x is equal to 9 by 8. So now do the cross multiplication. So 9x is equal to 8 into 108. Okay, so now x is equal to 8 into 108 by 9. 9 how much? 108. 9 12s. Okay, so 8 into 12 is how much? 96. So x is your 96 kilometer. Which one is x? A to C your distance is 96 kilometer. But in the question we have asked to find distance between B and C. The total distance is your 108 kilometer, and the A to B C your distance is 96. That means 108 minus 96 kilometer is equal to 12 kilometer. So that means this will be the distance. This total distance is your 108. this distance is your 96, so that means from 108 minus 96 we will get this distance. That means your final answer will be your 12 kilometer. Okay, so with this your exercise, this exercise is complete. Next we will explain the unitary method. Okay.